Good morning, good morning, good morning to my lovely people. How are we faring today? Hopefully good. It's a lot going on down here in Ohio. Y'all know they always say that our weather is bipolar. So with that being said, we hit a big 70 something, like 73 yesterday. Last week we was at a 2. Went from like a 2, a 26 to a 70, and I don't know what today is. But welcome to Shop Talk with Mel. We got a great show planned for you today. We're going to talk about GIST. And you guys are like, Mel, what is GIST? GIST is an acronym for gastrointestinal stromal tumors. I was getting ready to just get right into it, but we're going to get into it because I got a great guest for you guys today. You know that I love for people to give their testimonies. And if you're not into the church like most of us, to share their story. Okay, don't want to offend nobody out there, but y'all know I really don't care. But I got to get this information out to you first. Listen, y'all already know what's going on in the world, in lovely America. And I'm only just going to touch bases on it a little bit. Now, we are good people, and I share this with a few people because y'all already know how it goes, which is, the U.S., the country's in turmoil, and we learning new line dances. Man, in fact, I forgot my fan. I know I got a little fan, one of my mother's fans, probably snap it and it just ripped. Okay, then she going to be upset. She ain't going to have it for church. Anyway, there is word to the curb. Let's go there. Word to the curb is that someone is supposed to pardon Derek Chauvin. Someone, air quotes for the listening audience. That's the one that unalived. I can't stand this stuff with all these things, so you can't get paid. Unalived George Floyd. Now, here's the deal, people. Don't get upset. Don't get upset, because if you notice with everything that's going on right now in our great country, the people want to involve us. Why? You want to involve us? Hold on. Just like it was a recession before. Most of us didn't even know it was a recession. I know I didn't. I was like, wait, what? It was just a regular Thursday. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, wait, we're in a recession. So what I am saying is anything to pull us out to do what? To do what? Because that's when the noise is made. And I was watching a few TikToks, and them TikToks was like, Black women, where are you at? And these are my non-melanated people, women that's on there. We need to all stick together. Where are you at, ma'am? Where are you, sir? What do you mean? What's happening? Because here's the deal. What's happening right now is not affecting us because we have been used to it. I told y'all before last week, we have navigated these terrains. So we cool. We know how to survive. I told y'all better get somebody. If you don't know how to survive, you better link up with somebody that do. Okay? Make new friends. So what I am saying is this whole part, and I think it's a setup. Okay. Get everybody all worked up. How you going sit there and pardon him? Listen, we all seen what happened. We saw it. It was made aware that everything that we talked about and we said, it is true. It is true. So I say to you, don't fall for the okie doke. If you want to sit there and, they want to pardon him from the federal prison, go ahead. Let me know how that's going to work for you. I mean, I ain't saying nothing, but I'm saying something. But you know what I'm saying. People coming back, they doing what they do, and what you gonna do? The end result usually ends up being the same. And with that being said, we're gonna move on. We got some great hot topics. These hot topics, let me tell you, off the chain. Because of course we're gonna talk about the young girl with the baton. Was it intentional? Was it not intentional? We're gonna talk about the father whose son was unalived by a police officer, and the father said eye for an eye. He went to the word. Okay, talk about that. We're going to talk about, we got so much to talk about, but before we get started, we're going to talk to my guest. KJuan Patterson. And I normally don't do this, but we got to talk about what's happening in America for Americans. And we're going to talk about the medical system and the Medicaid, Medicare, just the insurance system. And I told y'all how I felt about automobile insurance after I put all the numbers in. I'm telling y'all need to do it. How much I spent, almost $250,000 on a just in case I get in an accident. And then the people don't even want to pay. But when you write those numbers down and realize how much you are paying just in case, you be like, hold on, let's rethink this thing. We got to do something. So we getting ready to get this show started. Is that okay, lovely people? Stay with your girl.
Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens is motivation.
Hey, sir, how are you? Look at that smile.
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am good.
Yes.
Y'all, we got to give a shop talk. Welcome to Mr. KJuan Patterson. That is our guest today.
Yes. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Man, thank you for coming on. We got to talk about what we need to talk about with you. But I
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
preface it by what I was talking about prior to the insurance
Right.
and how people feel like, oh, well, they don't have no insurance and I'm jumping. And then we're going to rewind it back and I'm going to set it up for you. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
They don't have no insurance. What's going on? Why do people do GoFundMe? I'm that person. I am that person. I am. I'll be like, here we go with another GoFundMe. Because the very first GoFundMe that I saw it was some lady and she reached out to me and the lady was talking about her husband left her and she had children.
Wow.
And she set up a GoFundMe. I was like, girl, I can go knock on about 9 doors on the street. This is, I'm like, this is sad to say, but a normal thing. I was like, should I have set up one? And I don't know if it's more so like, okay, well, you get divorced. I'm divorced. I need a GoFundMe. Huh? So that was my thing with the GoFundMe.
Right.
Now,
Right.
I think they was going to do a GoFundMe. I was down for that, down for the cause. And then you have the young girl, which I'm going to bring Nick on because I know she knows about this part. The young girl who said she did a GoFundMe and she was going to dress her baby in all Gucci. You know about that, Nick?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, that right there was wild. And then, so I'm going to pull her on real quick.
Yeah.
Just talk about that. Did you see her recently, Nick, with the water?
Yeah, she just wilding out. And I know everybody's saying, everybody grieves different, but baby, that's something different. Like
That's something different.
when you got money in your hand and she walking on Facebook Live with a stack of money and all that, you doing too much. You're not acting like somebody that just lost a child. Like she doing too much. I don't care what you say. She doing too much. That's not grief right there. That's greed.
That's greed.
That's greed. What you say?
That's
That's
greed.
greed, not grief.
Nick will be back. See, everybody grieves differently. But my thing is, if I put my hard-earned money and put it towards your cause, and you out here, wilding
out, yeah.
I'm like, wait a second, this is not okay. So I said all that to say this. If you ask me about your GoFundMe, I'm gonna say no.
That's just fair.
I'm setting it up for the people. And I'll be like, hey, Mel, can I come on the show for a GoFundMe? Because it has to be a great cause for me. And for insurance, that's something that we know is going to happen. No, you don't know that for your child. So I get that with the young lady. I totally get that with the little baby. Because usually at that time in your life, you aren't planning for a funeral. You're planning for the future.
Yes.
So I'm not going to buy a policy on my child. I'll be selling spaghetti dinners. I'm just going to let you know on the little one, because this money is going toward their college.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing. I'm preparing for the future, not for the worst. And it's kind of sad that we're in this place, and I'm not shunning anybody, but we're in this place because of example, and we see it happen over and over again.
Over and over.
That's why I say we saw it. Everybody saw what we saw. So when you see that partner, or if it happened to come out, I should put this on here. Let me do this for my people. I said air quotes for the listening audience. Allegedly. Okay. If y'all see that come out, don't fall for the okie doke. Let them people handle their stuff. We got it. Everything that needed to be done was done. They make the decisions. Some of y'all voted them in. The end. Okay. Done with that. So, knowing that I could speak for Ohio Medicaid, I think you can't make over, what was it, 20,000 or 25,000 now? I checked it like a few months back. Now, can you imagine not making over 20 to 25,000? Let's say 25,000. We're talking about a single person, okay? You don't have children. And if you make $10, $20 over that, guess what? You don't have no medical.
They cut it.
Right. So now you are doing what you have to do to pay for you.
Mm-hmm.
And with the actual to buy medical insurance, I'm speaking from from experience right here. To buy medical insurance, you're looking at $350 every week. Okay. Now there's some that are lower, but it depends on your need. And with everybody being, and I'm just speaking broadly, diabetics, you got your chronic illnesses, your diabetes, your high blood pressure. So with needing that and that medicine and your every 3 months appointment, it's like, does this benefit me? If I'm spending $350 a week and I only have to go to the doctor 4 times a year, am I saving? What should I do? Should I just go ahead and just pay it out? What should I do? Then something happens and you're at home. And when you're at home, you're like, should I check it out or not? So, I introduce you guys to Mr. KJuan Patterson. Again, I had to set that preface up to let people know, because I have a problem with people looking at people and thinking, oh, you're a healthy dude. You're okay. You can do it. You're not sick. A lot of people don't look like they feel.
Like sick. That's right. That's true.
And people need to understand that. And I commend you, because every time I see you be put together.
Thank you, love.
Okay. I was like, oh, wow. You just don't know what people are going through.
You don't know.
They look good and they wear the mask.
Yeah.
So, KJuan, share. Go ahead.
All right. Well, about maybe about a little over a year ago, I started noticing that I was losing blood like frequently, and I was like, I knew that was not normal. So one of the doctors in Youngstown kept doing the colonoscopy and upper GI. We're trying to figure out where the blood is coming from. But right before that happened, I was having high blood pressure in the 200s. And I said, we just knew that wasn't right. Something really was off with that. So now fast forwarding a little bit, now after the blood pressure got regulated, with no medicine, it just naturally just stopped. Then the bleeding started. So that went on for quite a while. Then finally, I went to St. E's in Boardman for a colonoscopy. And at that point, I had bled all the way, just out my blood count went down to a 5. So after that, they called me, blowing me up, go to the hospital. Well, I said, if they can't find a problem here, why would I go back? So I went to the Cleveland Clinic, and within 40 minutes, they found the problem and was able to help me get back on the road to health. Here they found out that there was a
wait a minute.
tumor.
Let's do this. Watch this.
Okay.
Let's go back just
Okay.
a lot. Let's go back just a lot.
Okay.
When you said you were bleeding, what was your first symptom before the blood? Did you
The first symptom was the high blood pressure. It was 205 over something, and it wouldn't go down for nothing. Something was going on. And
Okay.
I went to the Cleveland Clinic. They couldn't find out what that was neither.
Okay. So when you said you were bleeding, was it in your urine, your stool? Like,
So,
okay.
so every time I used the restroom, there was nothing but blood. And I was really worried. So I called the doctor. Did two colonoscopies and 2 upper GIs, and still couldn't find a problem. But I kept telling him, I said, the pain isn't.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
2 upper GIs and a colonoscopy. Those are scopes.
Yes.
And those scopes, one goes through your throat, down your throat, and the other one through your rectum. Go ahead.
Right. So I kept telling the doctor, I said, well, for the pain that I'm having, because I had a pain in my stomach that just wouldn't go away. And I forgot about the pain because I'm bleeding. So you got to choose which one you're going to deal with. I'm losing blood. Let's fix the blood first. I'll deal with the pain later. So we're dealing with the pain. I'm dealing with the bleeding. He just couldn't find the problem. I said, why don't you do some imaging? Common sense will tell you, just do some imaging. Well, he didn't do the imaging. He did another colonoscopy. Cleveland Clinic, when I went there to the emergency, because I had my skin had turned gray. I literally was trying to still do my funeral program, still trying to get stuff done for people, and my skin turned solid gray. So I rushed to the hospital, and they made me feel amazing at the Cleveland Clinic. They did the dye test, and they put me through the CAT scan. Here they found a tumor the size of a grapefruit that had wrapped itself around other parts of my body. So that's what ended up happening in that case right there. They gave me blood transfusions to bring me back to life. They gave me iron infusions to bring me back my iron so I can make blood. They were just really very, very comforting. And I ended up staying there. We had the surgery.
Okay, let's pause. Let's get pause. Okay. So when he said he turned gray, so you were losing blood. So it's the ash color for some.
Yeah.
Okay, especially in us. So we're losing blood. And you said your blood level was a 5. We usually do a blood transfusion at a 7.
Yeah, at a 7.
Mm-hmm. So you get up there to the hospital because you done had a whole bunch of colonoscopies. This ain't working down here.
You ain't about to do it again. You're going to set me up 3 times.
So you went up to Cleveland and they did the imaging.
Yes,
and they found tumors the size of a grapefruit. I don't even have one around here.
So what they were looking for is the dye test to see which one of the vessels is bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, wow, we stumbled across something. Then before I got the results, my doctor from Cleveland Clinic had called me, who had been ignoring me the whole time. So he calls and said, I'm so sorry to hear about your results, because they sent out on my chart. And that Cleveland Clinic team, they did everything they could to comfort me, get me going. But then we did the first surgery. And when she opened me up, she saw it was wrapped around some things that was down in my colon now. There was so much going on. She couldn't remove it. So she just sealed me back up. So where I'm at now, I'm still have it inside me. I'm just zipped up for now. I have to take the chemotherapy. It's a chemo that they give the people with what's that called? Leukemia. It's that they're giving me that one because that's the only leukemia. That's the only chemo that was going to shrink it down. The radiation and that stuff had proven to work on this type of cancer. So that's where I'm at now. I was going to keep it private and I was going to go through it alone, but then I prayed about it.
Now stop right there.
Yeah.
That is the part. That's why I needed you to come on.
Yeah.
I needed you to come on because we are a people and this is not a race.
Yes.
This is a cultural thing, I'll say, where we will be dealing with things, especially those who help everyone else. So you're the go-to person. Now the go-to person has a problem.
Yeah.
Who does the go-to person go to? And you said it, you prayed and you decided, I have to tell somebody. Because I'm going to tell you, I would have been on fire had you not said nothing. And I talked to you, and not know that you're going through things, wearing the mask, as I call it, smiling every day like nothing is wrong, but dealing with something so major where even if like $5, that helps, but you don't want to tell nobody.
You don't want to tell nobody. And one of the reasons I prayed about it, and I don't want to start crying, I feel a tear coming. I watched my family die from cancer and didn't tell anyone. Like my cousin had a tumor in his back. He waited till he was on death. He didn't even tell us. His girl finally told us, oh, he died. Well, we didn't know that he even had the tumor. I mean, my brother died suddenly in his bed, didn't tell anyone he was dealing with anything. So I said, I'm not going to be selfish this time. I'm going to let my family know first. So I sent the message to my whole family, all of my circle first. Mm-hmm. And then I posted on Facebook. I said, surgery was unsuccessful, but we did happen to manage, we did find a tumor. It is stomach cancer and it is stage 3. And I was nervous because, as Black people, we don't want to be judged. We don't want people looking at us like, oh, he's sick. You just don't want that stigmata. So I didn't do it. I didn't want my mom to look at me and see me losing weight and my family to see me struggling.
Look, we at church. Take your time. Take your time.
I didn't want my family to see me struggling and not know what's wrong. So I told them all, and I told my friends, I told everyone. The support has been endless. Pastor Todd Johnson was the first pastor and one of the only pastors that reached out to me immediately. Here's some money. Here's prayer. We're praying for you. Then I had like people that hadn't spoken to me. I thought they were my enemies. So being transparent, there's a blessing in your transparency. People will want to help you. They want to do for you just by being transparent. People don't care about what it is. They see the transparency there and they want to help you. You know what I mean?
Transparency is important. Transparency is important. And I want to, for those who are just looking at his face, this guy works out. How tall are you?
6'6". Okay.
Stomach like cut up.
Now it's cut up now.
It's literally cut up now. But cut up, built, and you look at the people and you're like, wait, they pretty fit. They're doing this. And we need to understand that just because you look at somebody and they look a certain way does not mean that there's nothing wrong. I will say, when you first started with some of those symptoms, I was like, wait a minute, that blood pressure too high. You take this. Like, oh, I'm taking this. I was like, take this with you and do this at home because you need to get checked. But looking, you would not know. So I appreciate the transparency because people do care. And people do want to assist. They do.
They do.
Especially when you're not the beggar.
Yeah.
When you're not the town crier. And, there's a saying, the crying wolf. You have those people. And like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm like, I ain't going with the go. I mean, I ain't doing none of that. You pass around the collection plate again because you ain't pay your bills because you choose to work at McDonald's. But it's okay for me to give you my McDonald's money.
Right.
That type gig. So when you decided to be transparent and you told your immediate circle, tell me what happened when you told your mom.
My mom, you trying to make me cry. When I told my mom, she's a preacher, but she's still a mother. She got super quiet, and then she just kept pleading Jesus and kept crying out because she heard me crying. I was crying uncontrollably. Because you know what? I never in my life thought I would be going through cancer. I mean, I've done funeral programs. I've played the organ for at least 1,000 funerals. I've done a lot, but I said, oh, that won't happen to me. That won't happen to me. God won't do that to me. It has nothing to do with God as far as blaming him for anything. But you know what? When my mom found out, then she turned into that warrior, and then she started to pray. And then her church started sending me cards and every card had money in it. So
help you pay for the bills.
Yep. After a while, everything that people started doing started to lift me, and although I was in pain, that pain from that mask because it was blocking my intestinal tract where nothing could pass.
Mhm.
And literally, I was really just suffering. But the love, the calls, the texts, definitely people were. Pastor Todd, they raised $1,400 on the show alone just to help me. The GoFundMe, my job started that to help me because I haven't worked in 3 months. So what could I do? My boy Chris and the owner of the gym, they was like, no, we got you. We got you. And they have a little pot there. And it was like every time I go, it was like $200 or $300. Listen, that's your groceries. And then I had family members and friends that would just come and just bring all kind of food. They said, well, we know you can probably get people to help you and do stuff, but I wanted to do this part. And I didn't say no. Normally, pride would say no. Don't let people do that. Don't, because I don't want no one coming back saying, after all I've done for you, we helped you. You just didn't want that to come back on you. I looked out for you when you was at your lowest. Let me borrow $100.
Yeah. After the curve, I want to put this out there because for those who are just joining in and may not know what GIST is, because I keep saying that's gastrointestinal stromal tumor, and KJuan is at stage 3. Am I correct there? Stage 3 right now, and a lot of people don't understand what that's about, and it starts in the digestive tract. Because some people mistake it for like colon cancer or stomach cancer, and it's in the abdomen area, the abdominal area. So I just wanted to put that out there for the people to understand exactly what it is. And what it is, it's a lot of, I'm trying to say it in lay terms. Sorry, deal with me here. It's a lot of cells that form from the nerves. It's going way too deep. It's anatomically, it is in the abdominal area. And a lot of people just choose it, be like, oh, that's the stomach, but the stomach is up top. But if you're not in the medical field, it's in that area. Now, I want to ask you, when you first had pain, when you first experienced pain, on the very first time, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the worst, what was your initial pain level?
Now check this out. So I had to have my appendix removed, and because I'm gonna take you back a few years.
Okay.
Because it all ties in.
Okay.
So I was in church on the organ and I couldn't sit up. So I ended up going to the hospital and my appendix had erupted already. I was going to the gym. I was trying to, stay gangster out here a little bit, but my appendix had erupted and I ignored it. And I still kept going to the gym, going to church. I never stopped. Long story short, they had to take out some of my lower intestines because of my negligence. If you feel something's wrong, you got to handle it ASAP. So I'm thinking that the pain is the scar tissue from that, because that's what they kept telling me. Well, 10 years ago, when the first pain started, that's what I thought it was. So my doctor called and had a CAT scan done. The CAT scan showed a quarter size tumor 10 years ago. He never looked at the chart. He never looked at it. I told another doctor, the next doctor, hey, I have a pain in my stomach. He did the CAT scan. He never looked at the chart. I go to Cleveland Clinic to get just the regular medical stuff taken care of. I say, hey, by the way, there's a pain in my stomach right here, and it doesn't go away. They say it's scar tissue. He did the test, never looked at the chart. I got 3 doctors that never looked at the chart. It could have helped me out years ago. So what happened was, when I kind of started ignoring it.
What was that pain level at that time, though?
The pain level was about a 6.
Oh, so it was painful back then. Okay.
Yeah. So I was taking Aleve, ibuprofen, everything I didn't know you wasn't supposed to take, but the ibuprofen was stopping the pain. So I was taking the 800s. I was like, praise the Lord. I felt good.
Stopping the pain but causing the bleed.
I didn't know that the ibuprofen and the Aleve was causing internal bleeding. I was like, well, I feel good. That's all I was concerned about, was stopping the pain. As the year progressed, the pain level went up to a 7. After a while, when I wake up in the morning, I had to hold my stomach because the pain was it was at least a 9 out of a 10, where I couldn't stand straight up. Like now, I can't really stand straight up. But that's when the doctor from Youngstown kept doing these tests. He couldn't find, there was no ulcer. He couldn't find where the bleeding was coming from. over and over and over. So I just gave up until I started losing all my blood. And I said, I'm going to the Cleveland Clinic because I only went for the blood. I didn't go to find out what it was. Yep.
Now, was it bright red blood or was it dark?
No, this was dark. So it had been upper. Because I don't have anything like hemorrhoids or anything like that. So it was definitely
okay. Let's educate the people.
Okay, educate them.
Okay. Hemorrhoids usually have a bright red blood, but I'm gonna say this: any bleeding, when in doubt, check it out. Don't just assume it's hemorrhoids. Darker blood does say, hey, you got something going on. So I just want to let you know those are the symptoms. And for my Google searchers, you're going to see that. Don't sit on it. Don't sit on it. Even if it is something like hemorrhoids and they pop and you see that bright red blood, don't just sit on it.
Don't just sit on it.
Just go get checked out. Okay. Now, were you having normal bowel movements? We older now. Now we can talk about it without like.
Well, we can talk about it. I'm not embarrassed. I'm glad to be healed.
But were you having normal bowel movements prior to all of this?
Not really normal. I knew something was wrong because it wasn't normal.
Okay. When did that stop?
That happened around February of last year. It felt like something was blocking me. So I kept taking the magnesium sulfate because I couldn't go. And here now we know that the tumor is blocking the track, so you can't go. Mm-hmm. But then after a while, it was only blood. It was like nothing but blood. So I said, yeah, I called the doctor. I don't want to mention his name because he might be part of my.
Yeah, don't be mentioning no name because we ain't get that kind of money. I ain't gonna be
No, but I called this office and the secretary was so loving and she was trying to help me. Mm-hmm. I said, Doc, well, I have pain that's severe and I need to do something. I can't give you no pain pills. I'm not an addict. You can look at I'm not an addict. I need something to help me with this pain. He was like, we'll do another, we're going to do a colonoscopy, then I'll do imaging. Why not do them both? I'm telling you, I have a problem. So I was ignored.
I'm going to say this. With certain insurances, you have to go through the steps and wait for the approval.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell my people this because I got to keep it 100. When you don't have insurance, they can do it all. And I'm just going to put it there. Okay. When you don't have insurance, they like, got it all. But when you have insurance, it's like, okay, we have to wait for the approval. Meanwhile, where are you at? Like, come on. Meanwhile, I'm laid out. Y'all about to funeralize me because I'm waiting on my insurance to say, okay, go to the next step. Okay, go to the next step. There was times that I had to tell my mother, which she knows, I didn't smoke. I had to say that. This was years ago in order for them to do a test that I knew that they needed to do.
Right.
And I was like, I drink, I smoke, I do drugs. I said everything I needed to say because I didn't do any of that. They were like, oh, well, we can't test you. You're not in the percentile where we would consider this. So glad, because this is about you. I said I did all of that. I told my mother, I said, you already know I don't, but I need to say this. So I said it because I'm on the inside.
Yeah.
They did that test on Thursday, called me on Sunday to have surgery Monday. So just because, okay, well, they don't do this, so they wouldn't be high risk. Come on, can you just do it? You know? I'm just saying to the people, like when you don't have insurance, you get stuff done. When you do, you just gotta wait and wait. It's the waiting game.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead though.
So go ahead. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to catch up. So once you finally went up there, they opened you up. They said there's nothing we can do. They closed you back up.
Right. When she opened me up, she saw that this tumor was wrapped around almost everything in that part of the body. So she didn't even know what it was. We didn't know it was cancer until like 2 weeks later. But she had pulled, and she said, well, I had to seal you back up. I said, I went through all of this pain for nothing. She just zipped me back up. But now I know it's all the process. So I have the pain is still there. As a matter of fact, the pain is moving around. It's going from one area to another. So I'm encouraged, like, but I've had the most peace I've ever had in my life. Like, I've never had this kind of peace. I have joy. I'm not depressed. Remember, before that, I was going through chronic depression. Like, I didn't understand why I was so depressed. But God lifted the depression. He lifted all of that stuff off of me because he knew that this was going to be a harder test. So I didn't give up during the depression. I cried about it. I fussed about it, but I kept going. I didn't give up because of the depression. But I'm glad he lifted the depression before the cancer, because had I been going through them both at the same time, I would have been a little bit more afflicted in my mind. Now my mind is healed, but my body's challenged. But that's where I'm at now. Like, I have peace. I can sit at home and there's nothing but peace here. Like, literally, I can hear a pin drop in here right now. It's so peaceful. Okay. And my mind is at peace. You know what I mean? That means more than anything going through a storm is to have peace.
So your peace came after you found out what exactly was going on?
My peace came after 400 hours of tears. I was teared out. After 400 text messages, after 1,000 Cash App sends, after my peace came.
The worry of what am I going to do next on top of how do I eat? You know, that's stressful. It's stressful.
Yeah. All of that weighed upon me. The biggest thing that weighed upon me is the unknown. Like, I have it, it's close to my liver. So when she opened, she said that, well, we got to move fast, but we can't move too fast because it's too big and it's too complicated to just put you and cut you. So the chemo right now is to shrink it. And then we're going to go straight from the shrinking to surgery. But if they try to go now, they're going to have to cut a lot out. And I don't want to. I told her, you give me a bag, I'm suing.
Well, if it's wrapped around there, that's going to block it. So you got it. It has to release.
Yeah.
It has to release it. So, man, we're just going to get a little like.
No, Linda, listen. No, because that takes away your gangster card. That takes away your paparazzi card. The paparazzi can't shoot you with a bag. So you still got to keep it put together. But she said, you won't need a bag. She says, I got this under control, the surgeon. So I have two surgeons. It begins with the O. The chemotherapist, what they call the O. I forget what they're called, but amazing people. This guy, for those that worry about finding out something is wrong, these doctors are so good at the Cleveland Clinic. He came with a pad this big. He said, start from the beginning. I got your back. When I heard those words, I did a sigh, because now I'm not alone. And he responds to every text. He responds to every email. Like, he says, you need me, you call me. I have your back. And that alone gave me so much peace. It's like, I'm not going to die from cancer. It's not going to get into my liver. It's not going to metastasize, and I'm going to be okay. But you have to believe that. But if you wait for the doctors to do what you need to do and don't get on their case, it will metastasize. Then you will sit there and you will die. And that's so many people give up from the chemo. I am sick every single day from chemo. I am sick every time I take the pill. I'm sick. And I did not know that the pills are $10,000 per prescription for the pill and $30,000 for the drip. No, nobody want to pay that kind of money for a drip. But no, I don't have to take the drip. I do take the pill, but it's $10,000 per prescription. And it's just a blessing to have the help. My family, I got one of the leaders of the city, even Doug Franklin, the mayor, has helped me out. Everyone.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing, because it speaks volumes for who you are.
Yeah.
So clearly, honestly, let's keep it 100. So you want to help somebody that helps somebody.
Yeah.
And if okay, that's a nice guy, boom, here you go. Almost like you said at the beginning, and it's not I gave you this when you was down and out. You can't give me this.
Yeah.
That's throwback ghetto.
Pastor. Let me tell you.
Elementary, be like, you owe me 2 packs of now laters, banana. You know, but when you are a kind person and you're a giving person, and here's the thing, not when you give with intention, I intend on helping you.
Yeah.
And not well, what am I going to get? Yeah. How much, what is, I met you, when I first met you, I saw your heart first.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, he's all right. And it was a straight up front, boom, bam, I'm here. And that's when you usually can tell someone's heart.
Yeah, immediately.
Because they're just open.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's like, wow, you see people, and this shop talk, you see people who will say, why'd that have to happen to them?
Yeah.
This person doing this, that should have happened to them. You know what I mean? So you have that as well. You talked about the pain. Mm-hmm. And I'm listening to you expressing like, hey, I'm in pain. And he said, no more pain meds, like you're a drug seeker.
He never even gave me nothing, not even Tylenol.
Now, here's the thing. Because of this whole epidemic, which drug epidemic, pain is the 4th vital sign. Yeah. Vital signs when you go in your temp, your pulse, respirations, blood pressure. Well, now they have pain as 5. So that's what's being pushed. Like, we want to make sure that we can do pain management.
Yeah.
And to just assume, and I tell people too, even patients, because they feel just like you feel. It was like, I'm not a seeker or anything. I said, I don't care if you got a prescription. That's not my business. My business is to treat you. If you have issues, we're managing the pain. The doctor said, okay, here you go. It is not my job to judge you for getting what was prescribed for you.
That's right.
Now, when you said the one, and I want to key in on that for the listening audience, when you said it was in your chart, So you had 3 doctors that it's there. Nobody mentioned it. Then you said you went to the Cleveland Clinic again, and the doctor said, start from the beginning.
Start from the beginning.
That is a relief, because it seems as if finally somebody's listening to me.
And you know what? The thing, Mama Mel, he had already looked at my chart. He read every detail, and he was able to not only listen, but put it in order. And then give me, I said, we sat in that office for 2 hours just because it gave me so much of a peace. And he said, ask any question you have. And I asked the fatality rate, of course. So if it does metastasize, you will have to fight. So I'm borderline. So I got to keep pushing because I do not want it to get into my liver. But other than that, we're really pushing to make sure we can get this done as fast as we can. I got to wait for the chemo to do what it could do. But on a good note, like I said, I could tell something is happening with the chemo outside of me feeling sick every day. I could feel something's happening. But I've never been as sick in my life. Like, I've never been a sickly person. Go to the gym at noon every day. Eat healthy every day. I asked God, and without the tears, don't. I did ask him, is there something that I did and I know the answer. You should never question God or question what it is, but I did want to know, because like every year we donate thousands of dollars to help people. Thousands. One time I needed the money myself, and I still gave it away. To help other people from the calendar. Like, we do the stuff to help people. I'm on the organ every single Sunday, blessing God's people, getting them victory, getting them happy, getting them excited. And here I'm bleeding on the inside. Here I have a tumor the whole time. Here I'm crying, but I remember because the bleeding happened once a year prior. But my mom is so powerful. She came to church that Sunday, to the church I was playing for. She knew something was wrong. She got up out of her seat. And she came over while I was on the organ, and we having that good old church, like that old-fashioned move out my way church. And she prayed for me. That day, all the bleeding stopped, and it stayed going for a whole year. This time when it came back with a vengeance, and it didn't leave. And I worried. Then what happened is I was at work at Global, and a nurse was there. She was there with me, and she says, "I want you to go to the hospital. Your skin is turning gray, and I'm watching you struggle to mop this floor. My skin had turned so gray that I literally was dying, and I couldn't breathe."
I know that you would be at work and still go and still try to help people. And still I ain't gonna try. You would still help people even though you were going through. So that depression, when it comes and it'll sneak up on you. You think that you have it all together, but you do have to say, there's questions in your mind like, is this my new normal? Like, do I need to adjust? Am I going to just be fighting a brick wall? Do I give up? Those are real questions. And I wanted, just like I said at the beginning of the show, you look at people and people look great and they're eating right. And I know you and working out, doing everything, and it still happens. That's why I'm a firm believer of everyone has a journey. The person that don't know what their journey is usually the person.
Usually the person.
You know what I'm saying? So you be like, what? And just look at it as a journey. And you have people, don't question God, don't question, okay, but why? My mother always says it to me. She was like, why is always a good question. You don't have to question God. You have to look at yourself and look at the man in the mirror and say, okay, what direction am I going to take now? Right. And someone's always watching. So who's watching? Who's watching you to see how you prevail? And I also feel like when you doubt yourself, write down the worst news that you ever heard that affected you in your past, and then look at today's date because you got over it. Yeah, I made it over. And wasn't that a song? Did you play that on the organ?
The other thing is, it says, "This too shall pass."
Oh, so, definitely. I heard that the whole time.
This too shall pass. I know it's for a reason. Now, when I was on Todd Johnson's podcast, every dude that watched that just about.
Let me give him a shout out because he keeps saying Todd Johnson's podcast. Those are my guys. It's religiously incorrect. And it's two pastors, Pastor Jeff Stanford and Pastor Todd Johnson.
And Mike Marsh. And Mike Marsh. Don't forget
Mike. That's the engineer.
Yeah.
I like him too. I tried to get him over here, but I couldn't afford it. I had to go find me to get him. Because he's good. He's really good.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
After that podcast, I got so many texts, even from the people that watched it. Thank you for having the courage to talk about it. I went and got checked. Hey, I have a pain in my stomach. I went and got checked. Here I have a hernia. Here I have this. But had you not came forth with your story, I wouldn't have went and got checked. But because you went and Mama Mel, I sat there and suffered. I was mopping floors, putting up Christmas decorations, painting, bleeding. I never stopped. I never gave up. I never made an excuse. I still was doing everything that I could do, knowing that I was dying. I couldn't even breathe.
What most resilient people do.
Yeah.
We keep pushing. And that's why it is so important to share. Because when you are that go-to person, and I see a whole lot of people over here in the comments that are, the family goes to that person all the time. Yep. And that'll cause some depression as well, where you feel like, okay, I don't have anybody to go to. Now, how do I fix me?
How do I fix me?
And we need to, I see Mike right there. It's important, but you have those strong people, and we look and we're like, oh, okay, they're so strong. They're so strong. A lot of people aren't strong. They're not. It's like there's some weak moments, but you see them as strong, which is really, really nice. And when you project, hey, you are so strong, and inside they're saying, I'm really not that strong, but won't voice it. Depression gonna say, whoop, and it puts you there because now, I don't want to let them down, these people, because they say I'm strong.
Yeah.
So what happens? It attacks your immune system.
Mm-hmm.
So then, boom, you really drop.
Yeah.
So let me say this, and I'm going to speak to the people. Again, I'm happy you came on to give a word and to let people know. And I wish you was like up. I'm like, what a picture ass so the people can see you. Because I'm going to tell you, if you guys seen him, you would say, what? Or you could be like, I eat chips and fast food every day. Like, what? I got a straight up triple dad body. You know what I mean? Nothing's going on, but you got somebody that's like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You know what I mean? And then they're sick. People who don't drink or smoke got lung issues. Never smoked in their life. And you be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everybody has a journey, but I appreciate you so much for sharing that and being vulnerable to share it. And some people look at you don't want to be the beggar. They're like, oh, they ain't got to go for me. They out here begging. Let me say this to those people who say they out there begging. I'm going to talk to myself. Where's my mirror?
Come on, mirror.
Okay. Ma'am, people that be out there that you think is begging, trust and believe. It took a lot for them to say, I need help. Yeah. Okay, I got it. I said it to myself.
Yeah, there you go, Pastor. Come on, Pastor.
Everybody is not in the same boat. Can you give your GoFundMe? I'm glad your job decided to do that.
My job
at the top. My job did this. I didn't do it.
Yes, because once again, I had to get that mind delivered. You know what I mean? They worried about what people are going to think. I almost lost out on the $13,000 blessing.
You get it. And the pill, that one pill, how often do you have to take that?
I have to take it every single day, and I have to ride it until the surgery, which means it's $10,000 per prescription every time I got to take it.
I can vouch for that.
They have literally the Cash Apps. I told you, religiously incorrect. They blessed me with $1,400. People were just swamped in this giving, and they haven't stopped. I got one. Yeah, that's a blessing.
That's truly a blessing. What about people who will bring food?
So,
because I ain't lying, I'm sitting there going to Catholic Charities and somebody be like, I donated some clothes or some canned goods. Y'all still got them canned goods from the 80s? I'm gonna do that, you know.
Listen, as long as they're not cooking the food and bringing it to me, because I have a real finicky.
I know how you eat too.
Listen, just here's what I want to eat. So I'm a fish stick and French fries.
Yeah, so crazy.
I'm still a big kid.
But I got you. So it's I remember somebody dropped off a box of food. I was so excited because you know what it said to me? You know when they go, that's why I miss my grandmother. Boy, she'd be standing in them lines at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And she would come drop it off. Stuff expired tomorrow. But she brought it, and that I missed that part. But seeing people doing that, it means so much. It meant a lot to me, and just for other people, because they took some time. Time is something we can't get back. Yeah, they took some time and said, "I'm going to do this for them," and to me, that means more. I'm trying to figure out. See, I don't have Mike over here to figure out how to do this thing. I'm gonna try to find it, but you give your GoFundMe information, if you will.
You know what, the GoFundMe information, I don't know it by heart, but what I do know is you could go to, as a matter of fact, let me pull it up real quick. I got to go to the social media so I can pull it up because I don't have it memorized. Okay, it's GoFundMe.me/91 F as in Frank 95218. I'll repeat it again. It's GoFundMe.me/91 F as in Frank 95218. Or just Google KJuan Patterson, KJuan Patterson, and it should pop up. Warren, Ohio. It should pop up for you there. Or you can do the Cash App at KJuan Pat. $KJuan KJuan PATT for the Cash App.
Look at all that life behind you.
Huh?
Got some plants over there.
Oh yeah, see the paparazzi day. I had to put something up to hide so they couldn't come up and take a picture of me because they be trying to get me when I'm not ready. You know what I mean? They say you ain't got your Beijing on your beard this morning.
Okay. Y'all doing it with the beard. That's like the new thing in Beijing. Child. But I'm trying to figure out how to do this because I know it's something that I can do that's connected to this. I got a new I don't know what this is. It's an Apple something.
Okay.
And I tried to download it. I'm gonna find it before the end of the show. I am, and then I'll put it up there. But it'll be on all my socials. So you'll see it on there, and I'll put his name at the top of it. Then you can get that information. One more time.
Okay, so if you're doing the Cash App, it's $ KJuan Pat. So just like my name is spelled, it's KJuan Pat, Patt. If you're doing a GoFundMe, just either Google KJuan Patterson GoFundMe, it'll pop up. Or to have the actual link is GoFundMe.me/91F as in Frank 95218. That number again is 330.
You're supposed to do that. You got to do it double. You know how that is on radio. You gotta say it to the people.
Yes.
Repetition is key. All right, I'm going to try to get that. I thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank you for having me.
Definitely. Yeah. Keep watching because we're talking about the shop talk. Look, shop topic is, I was looking for that. There we go. Today we talked about this. Let's put it across there. See if it's on there. Did we get it? There we go. Gastrointestinal stromal tumor. So you guys check that out. It's a rare tumor. It's very rare. So understand that this is your journey.
Yes.
And you're going to overcome it.
Yes.
And we don't know our journey. All we know how to do is just take it in stride.
Take it in stride.
Take it in stride, baby. Take it in stride.
Take it in stride. And avoid the paparazzi because you don't want them to get your bad side outside in public.
Okay, don't want to get that. But today's shop topic, which is coming up, do you divorce the family too after you get a divorce? We'll be right. We'll be back. Well, matter of fact, I don't even have to. We're going to do this. All right, KJuan, thanks so much.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
All right, definitely.
All right.
All right. Had to get that out there. There's a black male over here. Y'all say we don't pay attention to the men. We paying attention to the men. It's important things that, because I know a lot of black men don't like going to the doctors.
You're right.
And waiting. And it's this. And waiting. And don't know. Ibuprofen, Aleve, all those, Motrin, those are NSAIDs. And that's the group that they're in. And yes, they'll cause you to bleed. It's a blood thinner. They're blood thinners. So you do have to be careful with those too. Your aspirins, that's why they ask that. Be careful. That too is a blood thinner. So if you are on Eliquis, actually on blood thinners, and you're taking that too, it's so important to let your physician know that you're taking that as well. Hey, we talked about the Derek Chauvin thing. I had to give you that. I got a question that was actually texted to me during the show. And we'll get into that in a few. But let's talk Tiana Taylor for these hot topics real quick. Did you see how she won big?
I ain't mad at her.
She was married to, let me read this comment. This is from the last segment. Yep, it happened to my dad and they had to stop it. Okay, yep, for the blood thinners, you got to be careful. Must be careful. Tiana Taylor wins big in her divorce settlement. So she got several vehicles. Now she does work, but she doesn't work how her husband worked, Iman Shumpert. They have 2 children together. She got a tour bus. I could see that. She got one-time payment of 7 figures, and she has 4 houses. Now, she made out.
As they usually do.
But I feel like I mean, you're accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and I get he was taking care of her, but I just feel like I feel the same way I feel about Mary J. Blige's husband. I feel the exact, or ex-husband. I feel the exact same way.
Well, I can appreciate that.
Children, would you say?
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, because if you have, and I understand you have children that are accustomed to a certain lifestyle as well, but Mary J. didn't. But it's like, is that fair? Is it necessary? You know, and when I say that directly. She has the Sprinter, the Mercedes Sprinter, the Maybach. She had the cars, but they'll be out of style by the time her children are older. You know what I'm saying? And then you got 4 houses. I don't know how much money he has, so he must have made great investments because he's not, playing right now. So do you want your children to? Mine's not playing, is he? Because I think he's.
No, he's not playing. He's not playing more. But here's the thing: if a man has that type of resources to give to you, why don't you just give a child to him? He has the greater resources.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this one: I'm not giving mine, and I don't even care about no child support. This is my. We could share, but something that is very different, even though it's 50-50. But when you carry that child, when women give up their children, I ain't saying nothing. I'm saying that is very selfless to say here, because that attachment is there. This you had that baby 9 months before the dad got the baby.
But in the divine order, we always go over it. You raise that child to leave you. I'm supposed to be with you forever. Now, if you're going to give up on the divine order in me,
you're right. You're true. You're speaking true.
So here's the thing. Why don't we put more of an effort into making it? Or if she just executed a plan to find a millionaire, have his child, and just totally destroy his pockets and everything else, she's accomplished it. But like in most situations, that's what's applauded. That's a playbook.
I'm gonna say this for Tiana. Tiana works.
Thank you.
She works. Hers is that's no. Wait a minute.
So why does she need all this other stuff? Why does she need all of this from him?
Wait a minute. From her ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm saying. She worked. She was already in the industry. Mm-hmm. She wasn't working like him. She had like odds and end jobs. Right. He married her. So I don't know what their thing was, but that's why I say he must have a lot of resources, because my children are going to have to go over there. And so if they're accustomed to a certain lifestyle, like, do I really need all of that? Now, we don't know the ins and outs. We knew that they were separated for a long time, so they both were out with different people. She's finally coming out now with the guy. He was out doing his thing. So it depends on what it is. But I don't want my children going over there with their dad and he don't have nothing. That's what I say. He must be doing... He must be doing pretty well for her to even have all of, to get all of that. The tour bus, I thought that was a great investment because she travels and dances.
So would you look at this as good co-parenting? Because I mean, if she was worried about what he has, and I don't think she was. No, she was.
Remember, he came in. She was with him when he was a rookie.
Okay, rookies get good deals. Listen, you get with anybody that have the stern on the bottom of their paycheck, that's a goal. He's a cat.
You're talking that Joy Chavez.
Who's that?
Joy Chavez is a little young girl that got one child by Bow Wow. The other one, I think, is by Future. And now she got that NFL player. I can't think of his name right now. Did she pray by him?
Hey, she's developed a certain amount of skills, but she wouldn't have dated me. And I'm flyer than all of them. Just because I make, $11,000 a year, I don't qualify.
Listen,
so
the way we getting sick, what's your medical insurance looking like? I'm How much you make? What is your medical?
I had a dream, a vision yesterday that scared the mess out of me. But
Okay.
it's a different subject.
How you gonna just drop it off? How you gonna drop it off and then pick it
Well,
up?
I didn't want to change a thing, but you said my medical insurance and it sparked me. I'm like, oh, but yeah,
listen, it's serious things that are important. Let's talk about this. Don Robinson, the one from In Vogue, who was living in her car for 3 years. And did you hear her? Did you hear her talking about it? Okay. How do you feel about that?
Hey, if I use the logic that women have for the men, hey, tough break, get over it.
Okay. What's your thoughts, Nick? Come on, Head.
That is definitely a tough one, but she nicely let everybody know don't feel sorry for her because that was a choice she made and she feels free. So she had, people think, well, she ain't got no money. No, she got money. She just didn't want to. She wanted to. That was her choice to stay in that car.
I feel as though it was her choice because I didn't feel sorry for her because it said that she lived with her manager. That didn't work out.
Right.
She lived with her parents. That didn't work out.
Right.
And she said she called her assistants. That's when I checked out. You still got an assistant, girl. Bye.
Well, I mean, the way she was talking
staying
about
in a hotel, but it was getting expensive, so she decided to live in her car.
No, but she was having her manager and everyone give the money for her hotel and stuff like that. So I'm thinking she's broke. But hey, listen, that's her story. I'll give her one of these. Oh, let's move on.
I'm not going. She don't get an all to me because I get that she knows her worth and she's like she wouldn't take gigs. She needed to go back to In Vogue because they cool. They still cool, and they're out here traveling, but she didn't want to because she said, I guess, allegedly, for the listening audience, y'all heard the allegedly. I'm like air quotes for y'all. They were like, it was a slap in the face for the money that they wanted to pay them. Ma'am, you ain't had no music since when?
Right. And any money would be good money.
Because her and Raphael Sadiq did what's that? The Lucy Pearl. Lucy Pearl. There you go. That didn't pick up too well. So
I was like, Tony, and her is Raphael Sadiq. That's what I learned from that.
That what? The
common thread to all of them break up. Tony, and Lucy Pearl, this, that, and other, is Raphael Sadiq.
Tony is the three.
Raphael
Sadiq is one.
Raphael Sadiq. Yeah, but he's the common thread to why everything blows up.
Oh, okay. The issue. Hey, I thought they sounded good together, but it wasn't a hit. It wasn't a hit for me. I'm like, don't tell me you're going to that AI because that AI is a summation of everything everybody put. I'm like, don't read that like that. Keep going. Okay. The baton attack.
It was an attack. That's exactly what it was.
Or unintentional?
That was intentional.
Intentional.
You can look at it. Listen, I looked at the front angle, the side angle, the back angle, the still shots. That little girl did it intentional. Her daddy needs to stop playing. Go ahead and apologize. And if I was that other girl's parents, I would sue because that was definitely intentional. Little girl, stop playing with everybody. You little manipulative little wench.
So that was in 100 years of track and field, that's never happened before.
Exactly.
Never. So that's the new type of accident. Yeah.
See, the way that baton came up, I think that was done before. They just didn't have the cameras like that. Mm-hmm. I don't think the cameras was there. She probably had to get away with it because
sportsmanship.
That little girl had to pull over. She pulled over with no blinker. I said, even though it's light, but she really had to hit her. And to me, I thought she was about to hit her again, but she couldn't, the way she was running over to the side.
She does get ready to hit her again. You can look at it and tell she was getting ready to bump her again. But the girl ran in front of her and
fell out. Well, it said that she was diagnosed with a concussion.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Lord.
No.
The girl that got hit had a concussion.
Listen, the girl was hit. She was diagnosed with a concussion and a fractured skull.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the girl who did it.
Oh, Now here's my thing. That hit this is just my thoughts, and that's all I'm speaking on. Because you was about to lose because she was passing you up.
That's what it was.
But
That's what I saw. You changed her and her whole family's life. It could have been a lot worse. I don't know. We don't know what the effects will be later. But you hit that girl right in the back that she could end up being disabled.
Mhm.
Anything could have happened, all because of you striking her. Now, I saw that girl on there crying, ticked me off royally. I saw where the dad was on the news talking about, now I got to go over here to court, travel this way. Sir, you need to call your little girl out the bedroom because that's why you got to go.
Mhm.
Exactly. You can tell they pacify her behavior.
Yeah, and the sad part about it is it wasn't like she was in first place and she got passed. She was like in third or fourth place and got passed.
That was what, the second and third, I think.
I don't know, but she wasn't. She wasn't.
I know that one girl was minding her business, saying eyes was on the prize. The girl in the front don't know what happened back there.
Exactly.
Well, maybe it was. I mean, because they didn't show. I didn't see the front people who were running, so I don't know where she was. But I'm thinking she probably like, if I don't win this, I'm not gonna place.
Well,
I felt like the whole school should have been disqualified. What did y'all win? Oh, the whole school. All your hard work done because of her.
I wouldn't have been mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have been mad at that.
Representing that school. Yeah, she represented the school. Now, what you think? Or should she go to jail?
She should go to jail.
She should go to jail. That's assault.
It's assault.
I want to know what you guys.
With the weapon.
With the weapon. I want to know what you guys think. Call in at 619-902-2287. That's 619-902-2287. You could text all that stuff.
Put her in the cell with Big Bertha.
Who is Big Bertha? Large Marge from Pee Wee Herman.
Large Marge, Big Bertha, whoever. Put her in the cell with him, that is assault.
Grossberger.
Roastburger. Oh God.
Exactly. And the thing is, if it was a young 17-year-old man, he'd have been handcuffed.
If it was a guy, that would have been
he'd have been handcuffed.
Now the young lady.
I think if that one was not melanated, she would be doing jail time. That's she's black on black. It's nothing. That's how these Aborigines peoples. That's how they greet each other. Yeah. The Negro is a
deal. The girl said, "I understand she's hurt." This is the one that did the assault. Allegedly, I'm just going because it was clear she hit her. First, she said her hair was tangled up. Then she said she lost her balance. Ma'am, you lost your balance after that first swipe. Okay. Now she said, physically, I understand that she's hurt, crying. She said, but what about my mental? Baby, your mental was jacked up before this because
exactly
you can do that. Your mental got to be screwed up.
Your mental is messed up for you to be able to even say that. You thought about this. Hey, I should be mentally messed up about this.
Somebody talking. But then when she slid over closer to her lane to hit her,
she was like,
yes, she did.
I would feel mentally bad if I lose this race.
What'd you say? How what?
She should feel mentally bad for losing the race too. So I mean, everyone gets a trophy. See how I tied that in? You
put it in. No lie, I just feel like the whole school should be disqualified.
I was looking at something yesterday, and I guess somebody was interviewing or saying something. They brought in or somebody that claimed they're a lip reading expert, and she said something foul when that girl went to go past her right before she. I just saw it yesterday, and I can't even remember where I saw it. If I find it, I'm gonna send it to you.
Let me tell y'all something. This is funny, and it's off of this. You know, the internet be doing what they do.
Yeah, and it's undefeated.
It was a young lady on there. This is a little off. This is, y'all know, y'all got to read between the lines. So a young lady was like, fellas, I need to know, when y'all put your thumb in our...
Right.
Why do y'all do
brown
that?
Button.
Wait, yeah, they said, why do y'all do that? So I commented, right? And I said to pull out a plum. So, listen, all the young people was like, ew. The older ones was laughing because do y'all remember little Jack Horner sat in the corner? Christmas pie? He put in his thumb and pulled out a plum. Oh, what a good boy am I.
Hey,
Listen, that's why. I want to know why too.
it's called the bowling ball theory.
But why?
It's called the bowling ball theory because you want to plug all three. You know, when you hold the ball, all three holes are plugged. You know what I mean?
And you pull out a thumb, a plum.
You roll a strike.
Anyway.
Okay, this they're talking about as far as like the young lady, the crabs in the bucket syndrome. I guess she's like, I want to win. I want to win. That actually, it's just sad. It's tragic.
It's very sad.
I'm like, it's tragic.
Yeah, very.
It's a tragic thing. But I think that if it were me, I think they need to just go ahead and disqualify the whole school because guess what it'll show? Poor sportsmanship, and you represent the whole team. And here at the radio station, they're like, Mel, the whole school. I said, listen, if I worked really hard and trained and I won, and then I know that your poor sportsmanship affected the team because you always say we are one.
Mm-hmm.
I would so remember that. I don't want to mess it up for nobody else. If I lost, I just lost.
There should be criminal implications to this also. I mean, that was assault with a weapon. So, I mean, even if you let the school off, because there's no I in team, but I mean, still, you can look at it either way. But there should be some criminal something behind that. And I'm even going so far as to see how her father reacted. That whole situation she's in.
That was great. And then the mother sitting there like.
It's pretty foobarbed.
Yes, somebody's different. Somebody's very, very different. That was strange. And their response was, well, the father said he tried to reach out, but nobody's returning the call. You should have reached out right then.
Right then.
And I feel honestly, if it were me and it was a true accident, I would have been thinking about that race. I would have went right after, like, oh my God.
And that's exactly what everybody was saying. Little girl, if that was an accident, why don't you go over there and check on her?
Here's the thing. From the victim's family, it would have helped.
Go ahead.
It would have helped the victim's family if they seen me go out there with my belt and start just wearing my daughter out. It would have helped the other family. They'd have understood. And everyone else understood. Because the excuses that you're making for this child,
it's different. It's very, very different. And then you would have went to jail because you assaulted your own child.
I think the judge can overlook that one, though.
Look, depending on how far you go.
Yeah, it's sad. We are raising.
I got to read this comment. Yeah. Back when I played sports, if you was dogging the coach, the coach would make the whole team run sprints. See, that's what I'm saying. Or whatever it may be, everybody got punished, not just one person. So yes, the whole team should be punished. Thank you, Cornell. That's how I feel. And then I'm like, you know what? You did. The whole school mad.
Hey,
y'all gotta move on.
Tell Cornell, hit the fence. Watch it get triggered. Hey, hit the fence.
You got lots of words. What? Why? They say we are one. All right, shop topic. When you get a divorce, do you divorce the family too? Nick, I'm gonna ask you.
No.
All right, what about you, Nate?
Yeah.
You divorce the family too?
Yes. Unless there's children involved.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And if for the most part, I think so. And seeing that me and Nick are the experts in this because there's about 36 between the two of us.
Y'all answer that one.
We know.
I got a couple more left in me. I got a couple more marriages left in me.
Hey. Go out and be prosperous, my child. But yeah, I'm going to say no.
No, I don't divorce. Listen, it just depends on how I got along in my relationship with the family. Certain family members, like once we done, if we didn't rock while me and him was together, But
Okay.
a lot of the family members, like a lot of the aunts, I still call auntie, I still call uncle, still call cousin, you know,
That's-
brother, sister, whatever. My
But
niece, me and my
that's
niece rock with the last marriage. That's my baby. That's my baby girl. So like,
well, no. I'm telling you personally, I had a falling out with my own mother. I'm like, hey, okay, if this is what we're gonna do, ain't no need her hanging around. Ain't no kids involved, ain't nothing but her. Listen, when I bring the next one here, I don't want them feeling funny because she over here kikiing it with you. No. That was part of my package deal. Didn't you hear Sumter got 7 houses and everything like that? So she get access to her mama too, and friends and his family? Man, no. Hey, yeah, peace. We tried. It didn't work. I don't need you coming trying to hang out with my friends.
No.
Okay. Ain't that fair though? So
What?
you bring these. So now watch this. You'll bring these women to us as a mother.
Right.
Hey, mom, this is this person.
And
then we like the person. Now we suppose we don't like you no more, so now we can't like her anymore. That's not
She
fair.
hurt your son.
Maybe
I
she
don't
did.
know,
Maybe she did. You hurt her.
Y'all can't have it both ways. There's nothing a son can do for you to stop loving him, and that's your baby boy. But soon as it's this way, oh, well, son, this, that, and the other.
See,
No.
I don't agree with that because
That's
had
fine.
you not brought this person, even with family members, had you not brought this person to us, we wouldn't have to worry about that. But there are family members that feel like, why are you still talking to him? We are divorced. Well, you brought
Ta-da. I brought and I'm taking them away.
Things.
I brought them. Now I'm taking them away.
Is that how it goes?
Only Nate.
Hey, if I'm alone, I'm alone. But I don't think I'm alone. What's she doing over my mama's house for Thanksgiving? Okay, Mom. Well, now I don't come.
Not Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's your friend, and she's so important to you. So if she's over there, I'm not going to be over there.
But if there's children, they're invited with the new family. But when it's without children, yeah, I heard you to do that.
Okay.
If it's without children, I mean, you ain't coming over to Thanksgiving. Come on, give me a break.
But that's your new buddy. But that's your new buddy. So when I don't go over to my parents' house or my friend's house for Thanksgiving because they bring a Nick over, man, I'm not coming over there. Nick gonna be over there. Yeah, I introduced y'all, and she your friend. Will you take her? Okay. Me and my first wife, who are friends, cordial.
Okay.
We split our friends up. I said, I'm taking the Willises. You can have the Willises.
What?
Because she was closer to the Whites, and I was closer to the Willises. So I said, hey, I got the Willises. And that ain't like, hey,
friends too.
That's not like, hey, that's not, hey, you can't talk to them. That is, hey, if the Whites are having something, I'll set that one out. You can take your new boo over to the Whites and y'all can have cookouts and stuff like that. But if the Willises have something, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Ain't no telling who I'm going to be there with. So, as a courteous heads up.
Okay. As a courteous heads up.
I'm going to be kicking it with my mom. I'm going to be kicking it with Mel. So, Mel, if you're bringing somebody over to, because me and Nick got divorced because she keep on messing up my eggs and putting the toilet paper on wrong. So I can't stand her. So why is she coming over? Because you having a cookout. Okay, Mel, well, I'm gone. Hey, no, Nick, you can come. No, I'm not comfortable here. I don't want to be here. Deuces.
Okay. Interesting.
Now, am I going to go to a family gathering where I know they're going to be there? No, I'm not. But I'm not going to divorce the family if we get along. I mean, if I see them out somewhere, we're out somewhere together. Yeah. But going to a family event, even if I'm invited, I'm going to ask, is he going to be there? Yeah. Well, y'all have fun.
Well, if you're just out, you're just being cordial. I'm not saying hate the person. I'm just saying, hey, this is how we do stuff over here. And we did stuff like this over here before you met her. So now that she's not a part of my life, she ain't got to be over here. You can find another space partner. Yeah. But if you need her to run your table, your Boston, or renege on 7 occasions, y'all go ahead. I'm going to find something else to do. Then I'm the wrong person. Then I'm wrong.
Yep.
No one cares about my feelings.
No, we don't. That's nuts.
I see.
You and your feelings?
Yes, I am. Mark the date. Mark the date.
Viewers, I'm reading here to see what the viewers are saying here, because this is strange. Looking like this is different. Oh gosh, okay. One said divorce the family, no children.
Right.
Depends on how long. So I guess that's the thing, huh? Depends on how long. That's consideration, because if it's like, if y'all lasted like 3 years, and nobody, there's no investment. Right. But if it's longer than that, then okay, all right, let's go here. There we go. I agree with Nate. Where is it at? There we go. Okay. Well, I'm with the depends on how long.
No.
No. Is that because
that's usually worse?
The new girl's insecure?
No, it's because of me. And I think the longer it went and we divorced, that could make it worse. Okay. You done been down to my family reunion 6 times, just that and the other, blah, blah, blah. I'm already getting questions on, where's such and such? Where's
you know you won't get that.
Yeah,
you get talking to your girlfriend.
If she's there, I can't lie on her as much if she's there.
See, that's right there. The operative word.
Hey, lying is essential. I always say lying is essential, but it doesn't make a difference. Me and Mel are relatives. We are blood. So you are going to either side with me or side with the other person. So guess what? When Nick and Cecil broke up, what did I tell Nick? I said, hey, Nick, whatever is going on, I'm on your squad. Hey, okay. I mean, I'm on you, my dog.
Okay. I gotta go to this comment. This is a good one. I still hang out with my ex-husband's family. We all get along. I even get along with the girlfriend. It really depends on the situation. He and I was together for 20 years. So there you go. Okay. We actually get along better now that we are not together.
He's going to slip you something. Him and his girlfriend going to slip you something. That threesome that you wouldn't give him when y'all was together, watch your back. Watch your back.
Yeah.
Do you and other? Here's a question: do you and the girlfriend talk about the Hucklebutt Deluxe? Does he still do that? Hey, girl, if you use your wrist a little more, he really likes that.
Absolutely. And see, here's the thing. Let's keep it 100. Okay, see, bam. So your Mexican said no names.
Watch your back, son. Watch your back.
Well, see here.
Why? Just why? Why?
Because he has to do.
Because women talk. Y'all talk. And if you and your girlfriend's girl, if you plug the tip like that, sometimes you'd get more
out of plum.
And you'd be like, oh, girl, he tried to do that with me. He's so sick. Yeah, girl. But, there's stories to be told. Nobody wants that. Hey, if y'all going to tell the stories, y'all might as well come together and we can work it out together.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's
very
disgusting.
Yeah, I ain't discussing the sex life with her, but
But if you know the people, like she said, she knows the girlfriend's family as well.
Uh-huh.
But when you're done and you know the people and you are completely done, I think it can happen. See, somebody is not completely finished with that relationship
and that's all it takes.
You can't communicate.
And that's all it takes. Mel, I don't care if you're done. I'm still after you. Secretly, and I'm going to still do some stuff secretly, but I'm going to poke at you. I don't care if you're done. I'm going to say, here, let me put a little of this in her grits. I know she like that. Oh, she allergic to this. You're giving me access, no matter if you're done or not.
But you don't have to. I don't have to give you access.
Okay. Oh, did you understand that I'm the one that put the sugar in the grits?
So you know what that means to me? That says, it doesn't mean it, but this is what it says to me. that you still like me.
Yeah. I
That's
do.
where the problem's at.
But if you weren't here, the situation wouldn't present itself. So just get away. This is my people.
Oh, okay. So that's what it is, Nick. Okay. So that he
don't blink
doesn't
it.
have to deal with anything when he gets home as far as why he's looking at her like that.
Right. Exactly.
Don't show up for his sake.
Yes. Well, whatever you want to put it. Watch this. She got on that
part, Sonya.
He keep on asking me to wear them heels, and look, she got on the heels boots. I know she only do that because of him. It's y'all too. As women are too messy for that.
If you know somebody there, just wear everything that they bought.
My thing is, if you claim that you done, then be done.
Whoa. A breakup doesn't mean that both parties are done. When Mel broke up with me, she was done. I was crushed. I'm out here getting a sympathy piece, and I'm bringing a sympathy piece around just to get over Mel. But guess who's over here? Mel. And she's wearing that leopard print that she know that I like. So I know she being chiced, whatever. Even if she wasn't, in my mind, she's around. And guess how we would stop it?
The shoes.
Right.
So
that's something that I would do. I ain't gonna lie. That is definitely something I would do.
That is why I used that, because I know you would.
That is definitely something that I would do.
With that being said,
pretty for the camera.
Well, if that was being said, I say, don't come. Divorce you too. Because guess what? Now you're gonna be like, I always loved your mama's peach cobbler. No, you didn't. You over there hugging my mom and talking about, I went to church the other day and the Lord told me to tell you. I'm like, you lying son of. It's just too much, and it would go away if
Nate,
you went away.
If she said, I always loved your mother's peach cobbler, you telling your mother to like your peach cobbler?
She's like, you can't cook. She's just trying to make a scene and get in. It's women are too devious for that. Women are just too devious for it.
Okay.
They're blaming it on you.
Facebook user said, bring your new husband to my family's house. I'm going to be petty. I'm going to say stuff we used to do and make sure he hear it and see his reaction.
You're not helping my argument, buddy. I said there.
Exactly. Because y'all doing the same thing. There you go.
That's what I decided. I was like,
there you go. Y'all do the same thing. So don't be talking about women are devious, because men are just as devious.
Cornell will be suspended for the next month from the show. And the views of Cornell Stevens are that just of Cornell Stevens and does not have rating spectrum.
You disqualified.
1 second.
That's hilarious. I think you should be able to be friends, because how do you expect a parent or a family member, like you brought that person there? So bring that person there. Now you included my feelings. So am I supposed to sit here and be like, okay, well, since y'all not together, I'm not going to be friends with her. Don't bring her back over. Okay, she probably won't come back over. But if I see her out and I'm vibing with her,
right?
Or she took you to the grocery store when y'all were together, and then now y'all broke up. Now she can't take you anymore. Mama gonna say, we still, because see, now you messing up what she got going on.
Cool, Mom. Well, hey, have her get your medication, have her do all this other stuff too, because I'm not coming around. No.
Are you taking her to the grocery store then?
No. She wants you to do it.
No. Are you, since you don't want her to do it no more, are you volunteering and taking her to the grocery store?
Yes.
All right, man. Here you go.
See, I know how to use not Uber Eats, but what's that? Walmart, a grocery thing.
Nah. That ain't
Whoa.
No.
Well,
you ain't doing the delivery. Are you personally getting in your vehicle and taking mama to the store? Well, then hush it.
Okay. Well,
if that's what she got going on with the ex, and that's their thing,
I'm my mama's baby.
You're not gonna step up.
I'm my mama's baby. Baby.
You trying to cheat your way out of it. Guess what? And that's exactly why mama's still going with her.
There's this girl that was on the show. I think her name was Mel. She was saying something about when I said, well, if that dude got that much money, get Get a baby to him. She said, no, the delivery of this child, it was sacred and the connection and stuff like that. But as soon as I get with dump you, that whole connection goes out the window, huh? Now she ain't worried about the connection. She worried about you and yeah. I said it, man.
No, watch this. But when you get the child to the father, you done. It's like, here you go.
You're not done.
No, just a loner. Go on to spend a night. That's a weekend visit.
Here we go. Moving
That's
to
a weekend. But I'm
Here's
not.
my thing.
Let me say this. I'm not, as a parent of a son, as a boy mom, I'm not going to just have my son he's not coming because of you. I'm going to tell her, listen here, you're a nice young lady, but my child ain't coming over here no more. Even though he can't run nothing, I'm going to have to make sure that you guys don't come at the same time. That's what I would do. See, that's why you got to make sure that for holidays, make sure they're invited by your child and don't overstep that.
And woman needs to know the importance of when a man introduce you to his mother. That's huge to a man. That's huge to a man. That's huge. That is yelling, hey, I got a ring and lay away. And that cubic zirconia gonna shine. That's the pre. Because my dad, ooh, nice ass on that. But my mom, oh, you don't know, you don't meet my mother. No. You know, my dad was like, ooh, show what we made of, son. But my mom,
I always met the mother.
You what?
In relationships, I got to that point where I met the mother.
You got to that point. So you were in serious relationships.
I met mothers, but I will say this to Nate's defense.
Thank you.
This is true. Hey, I want you to meet my mother. No, you don't. I wouldn't go because I already knew that wasn't working. Like, ain't no sense in doing that.
Well, see, you have foresight. Most women don't have foresight. That's what makes you the unicorn.
I don't want to meet. Look, I don't want to meet your mother. I don't want to meet your cousins. I want to meet nobody. This is just Red Lobster. This is just the Olive Garden.
Here's a question for the ladies of the panel. Can you play chess? I knew you couldn't. Mel, can you play chess?
You know what? You lucky we.
No. I'm being dead serious.
I'm dead serious. To flip you off.
Mel, can you play chess?
I can play chess.
I thought so. And you know why I asked that question? Because chess is life. And it's forethought. You have to know what this next move is going to do. So Mel is telling this dude, no, I don't want to meet your parents because I don't like you that much and I'm not going to be around. That's foresight. That's playing chess. Nick is playing chess, meeting mamas, but this dude live in a mom's basement. And they're probably edifying, look, I got a good girl, mom. He's not being a man. He's showing you off because now I got somebody. I can get someone like this, mommy, and she's going to take care of me too. It is good. You gotta play.
Okay, Nick, let me say this though. Let me say this. Some of these guys, to me, I'm side-eyeing you. How many people you taking to the house? Because you have to be a special one when you meet the mom.
You don't get to meet my mom.
If you want me to come and meet your mother immediately, I don't want to meet her. I don't, because you're absolutely right. I'm not doing that. Now I'm gonna say with chess, I'm not great, but I can play it.
And you know the move and you understand every move means something.
Absolutely.
And most women don't play chess. It's checkers. He's there. I'm going to jump it. You don't win the game.
That's probably, see, that's that long range game.
Exactly. But we have to think like that.
We quit. So checkers is what we want to play. Click, 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 maybe it's over.
But us as men, we have to play chess in everything we do. It's like, okay, if I make this move, how's my board going to look? What is it setting up? What am I exposing? That is in everything a man does.
Okay, let's go to this comment. My ex-husband and man were side by side fixing cars. Softball practice and games, band, graduation, college. Okay, so they had a relationship. We have a family to raise. Okay, so that's with children. We still tend to our in-laws. barber. What's that? Barber shops. I'm thinking.
He said, "I barber pops.
Okay.
You do mom's hair.
Mom's hair, sister, niece. See, that's where children are.
That's co-parenting, and that is a great thing, because guess what? When I married Mel, she had kids, and I had to let the kids' dad know that, hey, it's us three against these kids. So to piss Mel off today, if the kid is on punishment over there, the kid will be on punishment over me and Mel's house too.
There you go. You heard him say it. Y'all heard him say to get me going today. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, because
your husband said y'all kid has been acting up at the house. Now he lives under our roof, Mel. He's on punishment here too. Ain't nothing changed.
I just say, you can't come this weekend.
I mean, you do got to be across the board, because kids know how to manipulate their parents.
They're great manipulators. They are.
Yes.
I am the agitator, but I do see manipulators too.
You're right, because I'll be like, now why are we doing that? Because your punishment, like something that you think deemed punishable, I may not think is punishable. So guess what? Just don't even bring them over.
I'm cool with that. Don't get over there and y'all go to
when
ice
you
cream.
get off punishment, I'm right here.
Because if it's the other way around, I'm gonna be like, yeah, man, she is a B. I tell her all the time, son. What you want to get my cream?
Now, what I'm not gonna do, I will not tolerate disrespect.
Hey,
and I won't allow anything.
If he's on punishment,
anything.
If he's on punishment over there for whatever you deem respect, ship the inmate over here. I am covering the shift.
I told y'all my auntie was like that. I called myself wanting to go spend the night at my cousin's all the time because I wanted to go to a party. Mama, no, you ain't going to no party. Okay. And me and my cousin Melissa would, cook up the scheme. But one day my aunt was like, okay, Melissa, y'all go ahead and be safe. Nikki, your mama said you can't go, so I can't let you go. I was sick.
But that right there, now see, that's different. That's good though.
But that's a reason for me to go over there.
She already knew. She already knew.
Hey, did she say, well, you can stay here with me and read the Bible while they out?
No, me and the baby sister, me and the little sister, I had to stay there with the little sister. Girl, I sat on that porch all night long. I was so bad.
Hey,
so you was babysitting.
Do you understand that happened 45 years ago and it still hurts you to the day? That's good parenting. That's just good parenting. I applaud that. I truly applaud that.
That cut me deep. I still talk about that. Be mad as I don't know.
And you hear the feeling in their voice. Oh, that was great parenting.
But here's the thing: it cut her deep, and she was trying to sneak and do something wrong.
But co-parenting and parents sticking together, that's how it's supposed to go.
That's how it's supposed to go. You got it.
That's right.
Yeah. So my cousin she didn't have to stay home because. Yeah, her mama said, yeah, I'm giving you permission to go, but Nick, you can't go. Your mom said you can't go to the party.
Tell me when the cousins came home, it was the greatest party ever. Oh man, Prince came. Michael Jackson was there. Prince popped up. Oh, you missed it.
I was highly upset. When I say that cut deep, and I still think about that, be ready to swing. Like
Heavy D and the boys performed. Oh, you missed it.
Man.
At the basement party? Yeah, at the basement party.
Basement parties. Every time I went to a basement party, it was something crazy happening. Like, what happened? Oh, yeah, we got shocked with a stun gun because Bobby Hayes was there.
Mel, you supposed to change the names to protect the innocent.
Because Hobby Mays was there.
Right, yeah. Who was Hobby Mays? Yeah,
and you know what? People back in the day used to put a 10 on it. It'd be like, that was not it. Phony. But yeah, those house parties used to bang that.
Red lights. You remember getting your back bent over?
Over the washer. Over the washer dryer.
That's it.
Yeah. Dry over there at the washer. This one over there at the washer.
Hey, and see, the young kids today will never know the burn of that the zipper graze. Like the zipper graze while dancing with the girls. It's like you take your block of cheese.
You taste of your love.
Well, no. Here, walk with me now. I'm trying to keep it, PC.
Okay,
You
go
take
ahead.
a man takes his grated cheese and uses the zipper while he's dancing and grinding, and it just right across the zipper.
Oh,
Yeah, and you take off that. It's
that's
like,
why I said that taste of your love EU. You know, and he be like, "You make my nature rise."
yeah, oh yeah.
No.
But I mean, woo,
Somebody
you
I
just
knew,
slice
somebody I
that
knew was
thin.
dancing. Listen to this, and I know they watching. Somebody I knew, I was like, go ahead and just dance for them like nothing. And she dancing, and when it got right to that part, all I know, she pushed him. It was like, oh. And I was like, what happened?
Girl,
Oh,
you
it's so
know I'm
funny.
lying. Ain't no denying. What's that song?
You know I
Horny little devils.
I feel a poke coming through. But yeah, back in the day, them grinds, I used to take off just a slice.
singing them songs. Y'all was singing those songs.
Yeah, not them. Now they just beep, 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 beep in your ear. Beep, 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 beep. And then my friend, beep, beep. It's a lot different now.
So I guess I guess it didn't really change. I am
No.
still trying to find this one, and it's sad. Okay. All right, I was still trying to find that clip that I had, and I don't know how to find it because I got this new device. But I'm gonna get it. Gotta check it out. Look, it's there. Well, Nate, you said you divorcing the family. Nick says she is not divorcing the family.
Nope.
Because Nick is deep.
Certain members, yes. The whole family, no.
You said members.
Certain members, yes. The whole entire family, no.
Don't come to my family functions. If
So
they
if
see
you
you out, that's cool.
Okay, let's look at this because this happens. So say there's somebody who has a little child, they invite you to the child's birthday party.
Uh-huh.
So is she not supposed to come because
Whose child is it? Is it someone in my immediate family and I'm pretty much going to be there? The family's going to be there?
you might, because you know you got messy cousins.
Well, but I mean, is it my family?
Yeah, it's your family.
Send the gift. Just send the gift. Send the gift. A card is suffice. You ain't got to come there. Because guess what? You're gonna make sure that your hair, nails are done. You're gonna go extra on the aesthetics simply because of where you're going.
So
Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her face. See?
Exactly.
I've seen it,
This
but so here again,
extra.
to make you feel uncomfortable with the ex there. So that's why you don't agree?
No, it opens up everything else. It's just messy. It's messy. It's messy. Mel, you come to my family thing and I got my girlfriend over here, then I'm gonna sneak over and just like, how you doing? And hug you with the back, and then I'm gonna grab your ass, and then you feeling disrespected. Whatever the case may be, if your presence means something, it changes everything. The pH balance of my party is off because you're there.
That's not okay.
It is.
That's not okay that you feel like you gonna be grabbing somebody. Like, no, we cool.
That's just
Right.
Don't get caught up in the example. I don't have to grab you. You walking in.
What you were saying, but go ahead.
If you walk in, the whole party's pH balance is off.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
you're
because you think the rest of the family gonna be looking to see and
Because they're gonna be like, oh shit, you know what? Nate going, he about to leave. Oh, he taking his girl and leave, and I'm taking my gift after I get my styrofoam and this heifer coming up. I'm gonna get my to-go containers. I don't hate you that much. I got to get my to-go containers.
because you know 9 times out of 10 the cousin that invited you was being messy, especially if they don't like your girlfriend.
You know, though, don't blame it on the cousin. You should say, you know, Nate gonna be there. I'm not coming to that. You be like, oh yeah, girl, what should I wear?
You saying that Nick just fell into it? Was like, I'll play today.
Yeah.
See, I do that. Yeah.
Right. So guess what? I don't want the pH balance of my party off. So if she don't come, no summer's eve is needed. Ta-da!
Why? Just why? Why?
It's facts. It's in the Bible. Read your Bible.
Why?
Okay, now let's read this one. Nick, you want to read that one?
Yes, start off with the first part, please.
Right, Nate. Lord,
There it is. Hold on.
Ex-hub always needed a washcloth before I made him hot, but he got to control that in front of his wife. Lord. Lord.
The pH balance is off.
If you got it,
It's
baby
covered.
girl, you got it. You got it. It ain't going nowhere.
Well, you know what
You
though?
can have it.
Wait. If for that scenario where for the listening audience, if you didn't hear it, it said ex-hub always needed a washcloth because I made him hot. But he got to control that in front of his wife. So in that case, in a case as such, why did he even marry somebody else if he still had it for her?
Because
Okay,
he needs
right.
his meds.
Okay, a Facebook user said, "I'm gonna be cute at all times."
But see, and guess what? But in that, you guys are just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be cute and this, that, and other." You know the drama that it's causing. The pH balance of the party would be off because you're going. So if you don't go, none of all this stuff happens. Nothing happens. Just leave me and my family alone. Just leave me and my family alone. Hey, you enjoyed it while you was in house.
Leave you and your family alone. Well, your family needs to not call her.
Well, guess what? Just everyone, as you just said, that cousin that want to start a mess, she called you. But I when they call me to come to your family mail, I'm like, nah, man, nah, y'all go ahead. I got something else to do. You know, my dad died again. I can't make it. Whatever. I'll give some excuse.
How many times you gonna kill your dad off, man?
It gets me out of a lot of stuff. So he died again, and I can't make it to that party. So I'm not gonna throw off the responsibility. I'm taking the responsibility to be like, that's messy. I'm not going to do it. So I'm not going. And as far as Nick asking, what should I wear? Yeah. The hamster start. That wheel start. Look at it. Look at the face. Man, look at her face. See?
Her face doing
it. And I think her pH balance ain't just the yeasty. It might be a little something more than the yeasty. She might be pulling up that gonorrhea mix.
See?
What?
You almost made me cuss, man. Now, strike two. First it was the finger, now
your deviousness with that face don't seem like it's just a yeasty. I'm thinking you're bringing that gonorrhea persiflades trauma. You know what I mean?
You know what? Yeah, this after the show meeting gonna be something else. I'm gonna let the meeting.
Love you, girl. Love you. These are just
whatever. Listen, y'all see how he treat me, right? Now I almost flew last night in the tornado that was coming through here, and y'all see how he treat me.
It's all in love.
I was almost Dorothy without Turtle last night, and you see how he treat me.
It's all in love. It's all fictitious. You know, your attitude and your lips. See, if you fixed your face, you wouldn't be giving it away. You'd be like, that's right. Neck all. You the one that's giving it away. I don't say anything. I just throw a little hypothetical out there, and you just take it to the next level.
And
pH balance is off.
It's good.
Well, it's good if you do this.
Very balanced.
This is good. Oh, yeah. Well, I see
It's
what you're
very
saying. Not just, that's right. That throws off the pH balance. Just a little short. little tidbits to make Agitator to the voice.
Why? Somebody come take this man off my hands. Like I told you, we fight like brother and sister. This man is literally only 10 days older than me, and he is my daddy. He is my older, like he act like he about 10 years older than me.
You're still my little sister. And this is what love does. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love also hurts. See? I'll be like, just like that chess game that you know nothing about. I'm like, don't make that move.
Look like I need to seek out a baton.
Hey, you exposing the knight. The knight. You look at the knight. He can come over and he put you in check. Don't make that move. But women will be like, that don't make any sense. Yeah. I'm like, listen, I'm watching the board.
All right, lovely people, here we go. with today's footnote, because y'all just keep going. So I know this after show is going to be different. Make sure you guys follow us on all socials. Absolutely on YouTube. Please check us out on YouTube. Join, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. Like I said, we're getting ready to go that direction for how the changes are. Also, March 17th, your medical bill should be off your credit report. Check it out, because that's supposed to be the thing, okay? And I want you guys to make sure your credit is cool. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. And I want to tell you exactly what it is. It's the CFPB credit score changes. And it should probably, they did an average where it should actually bump your credit score, depending on how sickly you are, if you have hospital bills and stuff like that, up 6 points. So March 17th, better check that. Medical collections cannot be reported on the credit report. Get that stuff off. All right? Get it off, get it off, get it off. You know what? I did get this, and I know we're running over a little bit. You know how they had the whole 40 acres and a mule, and you hear people talk about that. Somebody did text me right then and asked me about, I'm sorry, I'm making a whole lot of noise, about the 40 acres and a mule. And the 40 acres and a mule, real quick to surmise it, what the problem is that once, slaves, once the slaves were free, they were guaranteed 40 acres and a mule. Well, that didn't happen. We were promised that. That didn't happen. However, there's a Homestead Act. So you guys check all that out. And that Homestead Act is actually where the government felt it was important for Midwest, like farmland, the it was like the prairie land. Check it out. What they end up doing, they end up, for the Midwest farmers, they end up giving them 160 acres for the prairie land. And what it was an actual date. So it's the Homestead Act. And that's why a lot of people feel like, give us our 40 acres and a mule, because guess what y'all did? Y'all gave prairies. You didn't give us what you promised us. So it's like, okay, you got this and you get this. Never got it. Promise unfulfilled. However, you did the Homestead Act, where you had prairie land, and the farmers were able, it was a date, they were able to go out and claim their land. So you gave some other people our land, and that's what it looks like. That's what's like, where's our 40 acres and a mule that were promised? You gave it to the other farmers. So it's called the Homestead Act. And I wanted to get that information out there, because it was today. It was like, I know it's off topic, but I keep hearing, and this is, non-melanated, I keep hearing the 40 acres and a mule. What is that about? Because I'm kind of confused. And that's just my way of explaining it. It was promised. We didn't get it. However, you had the land available because you gave up 160 acres and say, hey, this date, and I'm just paraphrasing, on this date, you get to go out, boom, we'll ring the bell, and you go and you claim your own land. So you had it. And why didn't we get it? We still wondering. So when you hear that Kendrick Lamar, that's where it came from. Why did he say that? And I understand you're not going to check into it if it has no interest to you. But if you compare that 40 acres and a mule, look at that, and compare it to the Homestead Act, you will understand why we're like, where my 40 acres and a mule? You had it, and you gave it to who? Some other people? Some other people? No, these are the people. If you could look, okay? So it's saying what was going on. Again, I have to share this. When you seem like something is happening and it's unfair, don't fall into the game. Don't get upset. Just keep moving. So don't worry about that pardon, because y'all already know what it is. There was a guy. I wanted to say this too earlier. I'm sorry about saying it right now. There was a man, I can't remember where he was at, Black man, whose son was killed by a police officer reaching for his insurance out the glove box. And he killed his son. His son was killed by the police officer. The father waited until his daughter got of age and killed her, killed the police officer's daughter when she got out the car at the prom, and yelled an eye for an eye, and called the police himself. So he was willing to go to prison for his. So, am I saying it's right or wrong? it just sounds like people are tired. Like, let me help you, you know, feel how I'm feeling. If you were just, okay, but if I felt that you weren't just, I mean, I ain't saying what I'm saying, but hey, everybody got guns now.
Yeah, and the thing is, the last couple of days I've been watching all kinds of videos where the police have been stopping the non-melanated and giving them orders and constantly giving them orders and giving them chances, and they resort to from the gun, pulling the gun, to just tasing them. They're walking away with their life.
Well, guess what? That's been an ongoing thing.
Exactly. So it's like, why
let me
can't
finish this? Let me finish with the footnote, because I just wanted to put that out there. Y'all can look that up too. So the thing is, I mean, when he said eye for an eye, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just like, oh, it's a new world and a new day. All right. Today's footnote. All journeys have a secret destination. One more time. Today's footnote. All journeys have a secret destination of which the traveler is unaware, by Martin Buber. Now, I pretty much said something like that earlier. It's interesting. We all got journeys. We, the main characters, just don't know where the journey's going. But, you know, hang out and go along with the ride, all right? Find you, embrace you, most importantly, always, always love you. And follow us. Do me a favor, hit that like button so we can get in the algorithm, and check us out on YouTube, because that's the direction that we're going, because there's a lot of changes that's going to be happening to now Meta. All right. Find you, embrace you, most importantly, always, always love you. Until next week, people, you know what it is. 1, 2, 3. Shout out. Do y'all be looking for my mouth to say it again?
Yeah, yeah, that gap between them three.
Listen, that's the problem. Don't look at my mouth, because I got a lag. It's like a Chinese movie.
But after your 3, it's like,
okay, listen,
we don't know.
1, 2, right after 3 is shop talk.
Yep.
Okay, ready? Let me see. 1, okay. 1 second, then shop talk. Okay, right after the 3. 1, 2, 3. Shop talk.
We got it, Mel. I couldn't even hear it because we were so perfect and in tune.
I heard you after me and Mel, so stop it.
Well, ask the people. Ask the people.
With the edutainment, check out that Homestead Act for you guys that are really interested. It's really deep, and it'll let you know what's going on. It was the Homestead Act. All right. For the 48
Independent podcast at 3 o'clock, y'all.
Oh, that's not here though. So you guys, I want you to, oh yeah, I'm still on until 3 o'clock. So y'all see me disappearing. That's what I'm doing, because I'm doing both of them. 947-star.com. If you are local, it is star 94.7. Okay. Till 3 o'clock. And then after that, we giving the podcasters a shot, which I love so much. It's the Pivot Podcast. And those are your favorite podcasters on star 94.7, getting a check. And then you can check out the audio drama, which is based off the book, How the Wife Becomes the Other Woman. Let me get it.
Plug your book, baby.
There you go. And it's been out since, you see, I had like short hair since 2014, April 2014, but you could get it at Balboa Press, Barnes and Noble, Amazon. Yeah, you could do that. Get it, support your girl, but most importantly, go to YouTube, please. Comment after the show.
Please.
If you will. And
I'll
hit
get there and talk mess to all of you.
I will so appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Time is something we can't get back. So you know we love that you chose us to spend your time with.